is Veterans Day, and we have some really great news here, not necessarily on the American front, but our British allies just renewed the 5th season of Downton Abbey. As you know, the 4th season hasn't come out yet. It's coming out January 4th. The news just broke this weekend that they were renewed for even a 5th season beyond the 4th season, so everybody's really excited about this. As you know, Downton Abbey takes place during the Edwardian period. Earlier this year, more than 24 million viewers watched the 3rd season of the series in the U.S., making it the most watched drama in PBS history. I think that's really fascinating. Something that is this sort of, I don't even want to say antiquated, because the show is very fresh, it's very modern, but this costume drama, to have 24 million American fans, I think we as Americans are much more fascinated with this than even the Brits are, because we don't have that royal culture in our blood. We still don't have it present to us. You know, most of our buildings, the oldest buildings we have are, barely 200 years old. So it's really exciting to, see a costume piece like this be extended for a 5th season. I know a lot of Americans are really excited about it. So let's go through some of the fashion here. It's really amazing what they're doing here in a larger scale. Sarah Buxton is the costume designer, and I know she's having a lot of fun. She's really playing with a lot of different images. Buxton and her team take 30% of the costumes from scratch. They rent several of the others, and then trim them and dye them to suit the show's purposes. Other times they take original garments from the early 20th century and attempt to restore them using vintage beading and materials. So first up, let's look at Maggie Smith. She's really rocking out the color here. She's got pink, or it's a purple outfit here. Really lovely, a nice top. Because she is the eldest lady of the house, she does have more color, but you see during the war period, during World War I, they actually sort of they pulled the colors back quite a bit. The next image we have is the 3 sisters, obviously sisters Edith, Sybil, and Mary, and all 3 of these girls have become huge stars because of this show. The detail on the dresses, Sarah Buxton was even quoted as saying, a lot of these pieces are vintage and she has to repair them on set. There was one dress in particular that actually broke down when they were filming and she had to go and repair it. And she luckily found a vintage piece of cloth and was able to replace it right on set. The next image we have here is obviously all the servants. I think all the details at Downton Abbey, they really nail it, from the hairstylings. This is the upstairs, downstairs show, and these are all the downstairs participants. Here we have Miss Hughes and Sarah O'Brien, obviously in black, showing their servitude, as it were. And the next image we have is, Lady Sybil, the youngest daughter, actually did help during the war. So we see the war images here. Sarah really nailed the war images through and through. And here we have a final image with, actor Dan Stevens playing Matthew Crawley and his love interest there, Michelle Dockery playing Mary. Again, it is Veterans Day, and I think this is a nice tribute to see where a lot of our formal wares came from our mother country back in the early 1880s and 1920s with the images here. I think Downton Abbey continues to kill it season after season. So much so, actually, that we'll see here Vogue last year actually did a spread with the three daughters. I would call them the sirens. For me, they are the sirens. And this is a lovely image here. I want to get your thoughts on this, Alexandra. You see both of these images here. This was a spread in Vogue. She's got, all 3 of the ladies here looking like sirens, and then they pull at the wide here. Just lovely, isn't it? An homage to the Edwardian period, yet still very classic, still very modern, and I think Vogue really killed it there. What are your thoughts on that, Alexandra? Would you wear one of those gowns?
Brian, I would wear that to sleep. I would wake up. I would go to the supermarket. I would drive my car in that. I think it's just gorgeous.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yep, yep. She really, they really killed it there. Vogue did a nice spread, and I think it's a way where we can learn from the past, bring it into the future, and make it our own. And I think Sarah Buxton did a lovely job with that Vogue spread, and Vogue did as well. For more Tailor-Made on emPOWERme.tv, please subscribe, and don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.